Okay guys, welcome to this video where we are looking at a wide range of topics for Key Stage 2, Key Stage 3 and GCSE level maths. Okay, so in this first section we are looking at Year 7 work on angles, so geometric reasoning, and it's from the White Rose Maths. Okay, so White Rose Maths here are a fantastic resource for Key Stage 1, Key Stage 2, Key Stage 3, GCSE and even post 16 level maths. Okay, so please do go ahead guys and check them out if you get a chance, okay, as part of your revision for any upcoming exams or assessments later this year. Okay, so this is question number 1. AB is a straight line. Work out the value of the angle labeled X. So angles on a straight line add up to 180. So to work out X, it's 180, take away 123. So it's a column subtraction. 0 take away 3, I can't do, so I have to borrow. That goes to 7, that goes to 10. So 10 take away 3 is 7. 7 take away 2 is 5. And 1 take away 1 is 0. So the answer is 57 degrees. Okay, give a reason for your answer. Well, angles on a straight line add to 180 degrees. Okay, this is question number 2. Working out the value of K. So angles in a triangle add up to 180. So I'm going to do 82 plus 65. Okay, plus K has to equal 180. So I'm going to add these two and then take away from 180. 2 plus 5 is 7. And 8 plus 6 is 14. So 4 carry the 1 and the 1 comes down there. Okay, so 180 take away 147. Okay, again, it's always good, guys, yeah, an advisory to always show your full workings where possible. Okay, 0 take away 7 I can't do, so I have to borrow, okay, or exchange. That becomes a 7, that goes to a 1. 10 take away 7 is 3. 7 take away 4 is 3, and then 1 take away 1 is 0. So K is equal to 33 degrees. Okay, for the second part, angles in a triangle add up to 180. Remember, that's what I call a right angle, so that's 90 degrees. So 90 plus 48. 138. 138 plus 32 is equal to 180. Okay, so Q is equal to 32 degrees. Okay, 32 degrees, sorry. Okay, question number 3. Whitney writes the following calculations to find P. 103 plus 56, 360 minus 159 is equal to 201. P is equal to 201. So Whitney is wrong because she forgot to factor in the right angle, which is 90 degrees. Okay, so she forgot to obviously factor that in. Okay, so not factored in. Okay, so NF for not factored. Okay, in the right angle. Okay. Okay, so the correct value of P, well, the first part is okay here, but if I just add 90 to 159, okay, and then take that away from 360, so that's 9, that's 14, 4 carry the 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. So 360 minus 249, so taking our time here, although I'm doing like a sideways subtraction. 0 take away 8 I can't do, so I have to borrow off this one. That goes to a 5, that goes to a 10. 10 take away 9 in the last column is equal to 1. 5 take away 4 is 1, and 3 take away 2 is 1. So P equals 111 degrees. Okay. So remember that angles around the point, so angles around the given point, add up to 360 degrees. This is question number 4. One angle in an isosceles triangle is 70 degrees. What could the size of the other two angles be? Give 2 possible answers. Well, an isosceles triangle means that another angle could be 70, okay, and then the final one would have to be 40, or, okay, one could be 70 and then the other two could be 55 each. Okay, Because 55 plus 55 equals 110, plus that 70 equals 180. This is this is question number 5. A straight line, the straight line segments PT and QS cross at the point R. Complete this sentence using the 3-letter angle notations from the box. Okay, so QRT, so it's this one here actually, so angle QRT, okay, and PRS, so angle PRS, so this one here, so angle, okay, so this is the notation for angle PRS, okay, and so this one and this one are what we call, so angle QRT. These are what are called vertically opposite angles, okay, so these two angles are the same. Conversely, these two angles are also the same, okay, so PRQ, which is this one here, so this one and this one are also the same. Now for the next part, what is the size of angle PRS? So PRS, that's equal to 159 degrees, because vertically opposite angles are equal, okay? And then from there, I can work out the other remaining angles, okay, by realizing that that's a straight line. So that angle here will be 180, take away 159 if you're interested, okay? And then conversely, that will also give you the same answer for this angle here. Okay. Question number 6. A triangle has the following 3 angles. A plus 2, and A plus 7. Form an equation to find the size of the largest angle in the triangle. Well, first of all, I realize that A plus 7 is the biggest expression. So whatever A is, I'm going to sub it into A plus 7 because that will give me the biggest angle. So A plus 2 plus A plus 7, okay, that has to equal to 180, okay? So I've got to form an equation here. Angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. A plus A plus A is going to be 3A. 3A plus 9 is equal to 180. Subtract 9 on both sides and then divide through by 3. So A would equal to 171 over 3, okay? So take 9 off both sides. Sorry about that if I jumped like a step there. So you get 3A is equal to 171. And then divide through both sides by 3. Okay, A is equal to 171 divided by 3. So working this out here to the side using bus stop. Okay, 3's into 1 I can't do. 3's in 17 go 5 times with 2 left over. And 3's in 21 go 7 times. So A is equal to 57 degrees, which means the size of the largest one will be 57 plus 7, which is going to be 64. So your final answer is 64 degrees for the largest angle. Because once I know what A is, I'm going to sub that into the expression A plus 7. So 57 plus 7 is 64. Question number 7, guys. VWXY is a quadrilateral, ZXY is a straight line. Work out the angle of VWX. So it's VWX. So it's this angle here that I've got to look for. Okay, so first of all, angles on a straight line add up to 180. So that's going to be 180 take away 48. Okay, for the first part. 0 take away 8, I can't do, so I have to borrow. That goes to 7, that goes to 1. 10 take away 8 is 2, 7 take away 4 is 3, and then you got 1 there. That's 132 degrees. And then to work out this angle, well, angles in a quadrilateral add up to 360. So I've got 132, okay, plus 64, plus 85, plus that angle there. Okay, I'll just call it W. Has to equal to 360, okay? Rearrange this, okay? So doing this on my calculator, just obviously save us a bit of time, okay? So rearrange that to make W the subject. So I'm going to do 360, take away 132, okay? Take away 64, and then take away 85, and the answer we get is 79 degrees, okay? So the angle is equal to 79 degrees, okay? This is question number 8, guys. I'm going to work out angle D, E, and F. Okay, so F is equal to 92 degrees because they're vertically opposite angles, so that's straight away, that's done. Okay, to work out what E is, these are what I call allied angles. So this angle here and this angle here have to add up to 180. So E plus 131 has to equal to 180. Okay, rearrange this so E is a subject. Okay, 180 take away 131. Okay, that will give us to 49. Okay, degrees. Okay, so E is equal to 49. Okay, now for D, well, that's also going to equal to 49 because that's what I call alternate angles with E. Okay, so these two are alternate. This one here and this one here are what we call alternate angles. Angles in a triangle add up to 180. So 49 plus 92, okay, plus D has to equal to 180. 9 plus 2 is 11, carry the 1. 4 plus 9 is 13, plus the 1 is going to be 14. So the answer is 141. Take that away from 180 and you get the answer of 39. Sorry, not 49, sorry. The answer would be 39. So D is equal to 39 degrees for that one. Okay, so that's my answer to question number 8. Question number 9, what is the size of each angle in a regular pentagon? So the capital H is for higher tier. So the formula is the sum of the interior angles here in a regular polygon is 180 n minus 2. A pentagon has 5 sides, so I'm going to work out the total number of angles and then divide it by 5. Okay, so it's going to be 180 times 3. 5 minus 2 is 3. 180 times 3 is equal to 540. Okay, and then divide that by 5 to work out each individual angle. Okay, is going to be 108. Okay, so each angle in a regular pentagon has 108 degrees. Okay, a pentagon has 5 sides. Okay, so a pentagon has 5 sides. Okay, it's a 5-sided shape. Okay. We are now looking at Year 7 multiplication and division. Okay, this is question number 1. Calculate the area of each shape. So the area of a rectangle is just length times width. So it's just 10 times 6 or 6 times 10. And the answer is 60 centimeters squared. Okay, so it's 10 times 6 or 6 times 10. The second part, this is what I call a parallelogram, okay, or a rhomb. Okay, so the area of this, okay, it's the base or the bit at the bottom. Okay, so the base times the perpendicular height, and the perpendicular height here is 4. Okay, it's not equal to 5. That's what I call the slanted height. Okay, so SH for slanted height. 3 fours are 12. Okay, so that the area is 3 times 4, which is 12. Okay, centimeters squared. Question number 2. Are these statements true or false? Even numbers only have even multiples. So even numbers, okay, so that is true, yes. Okay, the highest common factor of 24 and 36 is 6. That's false. Highest common factor is actually equal to 12. Okay. And for the third part, 24 times 3 equals 3 times 24. That's true. Okay, that's what we call commutative. Okay, so I can swap the numbers around when I'm times it and I'll get the same answer. Okay. Question number 3. 381 times 6. Again, working out to the side. So 381 times 6. Okay, 1 times 6 is 6. 6 times 8 is going to be 48. So 8 carry the 4. 6 times 3 is 18, plus the 4 is going to be 22. So your final answer is 2286 or 2286. For the next part, okay, I'm going to be using the bus stop method. So 9080 divided by 8. So 8 into 9 go once with 1 left over. 8 into 10 go once with 2 left over. 8 into 28 go 3 times with 4 left over. 8 into 40 go 5 times. So the answer is 1135 for that one. Okay, question number 4. Mr. D buys 16 packs of rulers for his classroom. Each pack costs 74 pence. How much money does Mr. D spend on the rulers? Okay, so that's going to be 74 times 16. So 4 times 6 is 24. 4 carry the 2. 6 7 is going to be 42. Plus the 1 is plus the 2 is going to be 44. 0. And then 1 times 4 is going to be 4. 1 times 7 is going to be 7. Okay, adding my answers together, I get 4, 8, and 11. Okay, so he spends £11 and 84 pence. This is question number 5. Complete the Venn diagram. Factors of 30, factors of 25. So factors of 30 is going to be 6. Okay. 5 is also a factor, but it's a factor of 25. Okay, and that's the answer for question number 5. This is question number 6. James records the number of red gummy bears he gets in 5 bags of sweet. Sorry guys, pardon me. Here are his results. What is the mean number of red bears per bag? So to work out the mean, it's just adding up the 5 numbers and then dividing by 5. Okay, because you have 5 bits of data there. Okay, so working this out quickly, so 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 9 is going to be 18, 19, 25, so you get 25 fifths, which is equal to the number 5. Okay, so the mean is equal to 5. Question number 7, here are some calculations cards. 15 millimeters times 10, 50 meters divided by 10, 3/20ths of a meter, and 0.5 millimeters. Tick the cards that are equivalent to 15 centimeters. So that will be equal to 0.15 meters. So it'll be this one here. Okay, it's also equal to this one here because it's 150 millimeters. Okay, it's not equal to that. Okay, and it's not equal to that. Okay, question number 8. Calculate the following. 0.8 times 6. Well, 8 times 6 is 48, so your answer will be 10 times smaller. So the answer will be 4.8. Okay, for that one. For the next one, I'm going to do 74.3 times 4. Okay, again, I'm just going to times it as normal. Okay, 3 4s are 12, so 2 carry the 1. Okay, decimal point here will line up actually in a second. Okay, 4 4s are 16 plus the 1 is going to equal to 17. 7 carry the 1. 4 7s are 28 plus the 1 is going to be 29. Okay, so that's approximately 70 times 4, so it's approximately 280. So decimal point is going to go here. Okay, 297.2. Okay, because 297.2, that's very close to 280. Okay, or 280. Question number 9, match each diagram to the correct calculation. Okay, so 4 plus 5 is 9, so 9 times 2 is 18. Okay, so count the one that has 18. Okay, the next one, I'm going to use BidMath, so I'm going to do 4 times 2 first, plus the 4. So 5 times 2 is 10. 4 plus 10 is equal to 14. Okay, which is going to be this counter here. Okay, and then 4 plus 5 squared. Well, 5 squared is going to be 25. So 4 plus 25 is equal to 29. Okay, which is going to be this one here, I'm guessing. Okay, and then that makes this one here. Question number 10. Evaluate the following when p is equal to 8. We're going to have 100. Take away 5 lots of 8. 5 times 8 plus the 2. Well, 5 times 8 is going to equal to 40. So 100, take away the 40, take away plus the 2, I'm going to get the answer of 62. Okay. We are now looking at Year 7 directed number, okay, from the White Rose Maths, okay, scheme of work. Question number 1. Use less than, greater than, or equal to compare. So 1 is greater than minus 2. 1 is bigger than negative 2. Okay, so the crocodile's mouth eats the bigger number. Negative 1 and negative 25. When negative 25 actually is bigger, so my sign is going to be like that. Okay. The next one, 0 is greater than negative 12. 0 is bigger than minus 12. Okay. Question number 2. The table shows the temperature in Stockholm at different times during the day. What is the difference in temperature between 6 a.m. and 2 p.m.? So we're going to look at this column here and this column here. So negative 7 to 3. So think of it as 3 take away negative 7. So 3 plus 7, which is equal to 10. So the difference is equal to 10 degrees. The temperature rises 6 degrees between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. the next day. What is the temperature at 6 a.m. the next day? So from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. the next day, so I'm going to do minus 2 plus 6. Same as saying 6 take away 2, which is equal to 4. Okay, 4 degrees Celsius. Question number 3. Calculate negative 6 take away 9. So it's going to be negative 15. 6 take away negative 4. So that's going to be 6 plus 4, which is 10. Okay. The two negatives here become a positive as a sign of the sum. Question number 4. Here is an addition pyramid. The number in each box is the sum of the numbers of the two numbers below it. Complete addition pyramid. So minus 2 plus 2 is going to be minus 5. Okay, 2 plus minus 3 is minus 1. Minus 1 plus minus 1. Sorry, minus 5 plus minus 1 goes to minus 6. Okay. Oh, it should be minus 6 there. I apologize for that, guys. Okay. Question number 5. Complete the fact family file for this bar model. So 4 times minus 6 minus 24. Minus 24 divided by 4 is going to be minus 6. Okay. 6 lots of negative 4 is negative 24. And negative 24 or 24 divided by negative 6, or minus 24 divided by negative 6 is going to equal to 4. That's the answer for that one. This is question number 6. If a is equal to 8 minus 8 and b is equal to 6, find the value of these expressions. AB means 8 times b, so minus 8 times 6 is negative 48. Okay, a squared take away b, so negative 8 all squared goes to 64. Okay, take away the 6, 64, take away the 6, guys, is equal to 58. Okay. Question number 7, solve the equations. So take away 15 on both sides to balance it respectively. Okay, and then divide through by the 14. Okay, we get that a is equal to negative 1. Okay, for the next one, I'm going to add 10 to both sides to balance it respectively. Okay, minus 3 plus 10 goes to 7. So 7 is equal to h over 5 times both sides of the equation by 5. Okay, 7 times 5 is equal to 35. So 35 is equal to h, or h is equal to 35. Question number 8, tick the expressions that are equal to 16. Well, that one equals 16, so that's true. That one doesn't. Okay, that one gives you 96. Okay, this one does using BidMass. Okay, 1 times 4 is 4. 20 take away 4 is 16. So that's true. Okay, and the first one doesn't. Okay, because the first one is the same as doing 23 take away 1, which is 22. Okay. Question number 9. Ricky says that square root of 36 is equal to 6. Shane disagrees with this. Well, why might Shane disagree? Okay, because negative 6 all squared, so minus 6 all squared is equal to minus 6 times minus 6, which is equal to positive 36. Okay, question number 10. Okay, evaluate minus 4 cubed. So negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4 is negative 64. Okay, for that one. Okay, we are now looking at year 5 fractions. Okay, so complete this following sum. 3/10 plus 1/10 plus 3/10. 3 plus 1 is 4 plus 3 goes to 7. So the answer is just 7/10. For the next part, 5/8 plus 3/8 equals 8/8, which is equal to 1. Okay, the next one, think of 1 here as 5/5. So 5/5 take away something equals 3/5. That'll be 2/5. Question number 2, what is 1/4 plus 3/8? Well, 1/4 is the same as saying 2/8. Okay, so that's equal to, okay, 2/8, okay, by the width of that. So I'm going to have 2/8 plus 3/8 is equal to 5/8, okay. The denominators of my fractions must be the same for me to add the numerators, okay, together. And that goes for subtracting as well, okay. Question number 3, Julia eats 2/5 of a pizza. Maria eats 4/15 of a pizza. How much do they eat altogether? We're going to have 2/5 plus 4/15. Okay, so the first fraction, changing it into 15ths, times top and bottom by 3. Okay, I'm going to get 6/15 plus 4/15 is equal to 10/15. Okay, so the answer to that will be 10/15. Okay. Now I can simplify that, okay, but I'll leave it like that actually for the purpose of today's video. Okay, what fraction of the pizza is left? Well, that would be 5/15. Okay, because 10/15 plus 5/15 has to equal to 15/15, which is equal to 1. Question number 4, calculate 2/3 plus 5/6. Okay, so 2/3 is the same as saying 4/6. Okay, using this bar model. Okay, because that's 2/3. So 4/6 plus 5/6 is equal to 9/6. Okay, now that's what I call a top-heavy fraction. As a mixed number, it will be 1 3/6. Okay, or 1.5. Okay, either one will suffice. Okay, so I can simplify this here by dividing top and bottom by 3. So I get 3/2. Okay, for that one. Okay, and if you're interested for the previous question, that one obviously simplifies here to 1/3, okay, and that obviously simplifies to equal to 2/3, okay, but either answer will be fine, okay. Question number 5, calculate the sum to this. Well, I'm going to change the fifths into tenths, so I've got 7/10 take away 4/10, which is equal to 3/10, okay. 2/5 is the same as saying 4/10, hopefully you're happy with that. If you're not, then I'm going to just convert it quickly to the side. Times that by 2, times that by 2, that goes to 4. Okay, for the next one, okay, I'm gonna take everything here out of 12. So that's going to be 4/12 plus 5/12 is 9/12. Okay, minus 2/12 is going to be 7/12. Okay, so that's going to equal to 4/12, and that's going to equal to 2/12. Okay, for that one. This is question number 6. Maria cycles 1 3/4 kilometers on Monday. She cycles 2 1/8 kilometers on a Tuesday. How far does she cycle in total Monday and Tuesday? So it's going to be adding those numbers. So if I do 1 plus 2, I get 3. Okay, so 3 wholes. I'm now going to work out 3/4 plus 1/8, and then I'm going to combine that answer with this whole number 3 at the end. So changing the quarters into eighths, so I get 6/8 plus 1/8 is equal to 7/8. Okay, so the answer I get in the end is 3 whole and 7/8. So she cycles a total of 3 7/8. Question number 7, complete this sum. So 2 7/12 minus something is equal to 2 1/12. Well, that will be 6 there, okay, because the 2 stays the same. 7/12 take away 6/12 equals 1/12. Question number 8, calculate this sum, okay. Now, this one is a bit more easier, okay, because I'm going to keep the 3 there, and I'm going to do 7/10, take away 3/5. And then change the 3/5 out of tenths. So I get 7/10, take away 6/10 is equal to 1/10. Putting the 3 back at the front, so I get 3 whole and 1/10, or 1 out of 10. Okay, so use your answer to work out this. Okay, so that will just be 2 and 1/10. Here I'm going to have 2. Sorry, I'm going to have 1 here. Sorry, I'm going to have 1 and 1/10. Okay. Question number 9. A barrel holds 12 1/4 litres of water. A bucket can hold 3 11/12 of water. Max fills up the bucket with water from the barrel. How much water is left from the barrel? Okay, so I'm going to work out 12 1/4 take away 3 11/12. Now here, there is more than one way to do it, okay? Just for convenience here, so I'm going to do like a different method here as to what I normally do. I'm going to do 12 take away 3, which is 9. I'm then going to do a quarter take away 11/12. Now this answer will give me a negative, okay? So all I do here is just add this on to the number 9, okay? And then it will give me my final answer. Okay, so 1/4 is equal to 3/12. Take away 11/12. So that is going to equal to minus 8/12. Okay, or minus 2/3. So I'm going to add that to 9. So I'm going to do plus minus 2/3. So I've got 9 subtract 2/3. So that will give me 8 and 1/3. And my answer. Okay. The other method, which is the most common method, is to change it to top-heavy fractions or improper fractions and then do the subtraction there. Okay, but this method also works. Okay, so I did 12 take away 3, which is 9, and then I did a 1/4 take away 11/12. That gave me a negative answer. Okay, so I did 9 plus the negative answer. 9 plus minus 2/3 is 9 take away 2/3. Okay, which is equal to 8 1/3. Question number 10. 3 points A, B, and C lie on the number line. A section of the number line is drawn. B is halfway between A and C. What's the value of C? So I'm going to work out the difference and then half it. 4 take away 2 is 2. Now a half is same as saying 5/10. Okay, 7/10 take away 5/10 is going to be 2/10, which is equal to a fifth. So it's 2 and 1/5, and then I'm gonna divide that by 2. Okay, because I'm gonna work out the difference. Sorry, difference, and then I'm gonna add that to 2.5. Okay, I'll take off 2 and 1/5 of 4 and 7/10. Okay, either way will give me the same answer. 2.5. Sorry. Okay, so 2 plus 2 is 4. 1/5 plus 1/2. So that will be 2 plus 5 is going to be 7. So it'll be 4 and sorry, I apologize. Actually, I think I made a mistake here. I apologize. So the difference is 2 and a fifth. Okay. So if I half it, okay, that will tell me how much I've got to add on to 2.5 to work out what C is. Okay. So that's same as saying 2.2 divided by 2. Okay, because 1/5 is same as saying 0.2, which gives you 1.1. Okay, or 1 and 1/10. Okay, add that on to 2.5, and that will give me the value for C. 1 plus 2 is 3, and then a half goes to 5/10, plus 1/10 will go to 6/10. So you got 3 whole and 6/10, okay, which is the value for C. So it's going to be bang in the middle here for C. Okay, 3 and 3/5. Okay, 6/10 simplifies to 3/5. Okay, so sorry, yeah, about rushing towards like the end, guys. Okay, for question number 10, just to summarize, I worked out the difference, I then halved it, and then I added on the half of the difference to 2.5 to work out what C was. Okay, so that's my answer for question number 10. Right, guys, I've got some true and false questions to have a go at now. Okay, so use order of operations with directed numbers. Okay, so is this true or false? Okay, so this is the claim. Okay, so using bid mass, minus 3 to the goes to minus 9. Okay, plus, okay, I do 16 times 2, which is going to be 32. So negative 9 plus 32 is the same as saying 32 take away 9, which is going to equal to 23, which means that the claim is false. Okay, now I've put a minus 9 here, just obviously make it clear, because if you enter that in your calculator, it will give you a minus 9. Okay, the negative has to have a bracket to make it clear that I'm actually squaring it. Okay, if I enter negative 3 squared, I get positive 9. Okay, but writing just negative 3 squared, okay, is just equal to minus 9. Okay, for that. Okay, so it is like a little important note there, just obviously make. Okay, but remember that I'm using bid mass to answer this question. So brackets, indices, divide, multiply, add, and subtract. Okay, and the answer we get is 23. So this claim is false. True or false? Okay, so solve two-step equations. The two equations below have the same solution. So solving this one, so I'm going to take away 17 on both sides. So I get 4a is equal to negative 14. Divide through by 4, and I get a is equal to negative 14 quarters. Okay, or negative 7 halves. Okay, and I'll leave it like that actually for the purpose of this question. For the next one, I'm going to add 4a to both sides to balance the equation respectively. So I get 3 is equal to 17 plus 4a. Subtract 17 on both sides of my equation, and then divide through by the 4. I get minus 14 is equal to 4a. Divide through by the 4, I get minus 14 quarters is equal to a. Okay, So A is equal to minus 14 quarters, okay, or A is equal to minus 7 halves. So this is true, okay, this statement or claim is true, okay, and I've proved it, okay, algebraically. Okay. Right, the next true or false, guys, okay, understand and use representations of directed numbers. The arrow is pointed to minus 35. Well, that's actually false because minus 35 should be here and not there. So the arrow is actually pointing to negative 25 and not negative 35, okay? So that statement or that claim is false, guys, okay? Okay, the next one. If x over 23 is equal to 1, then x equals 23. Well, if I solve this equation, so x over 23, or x divided by 23, is equal to 1, the opposite of divided by 23 is the times by 23 on both sides. So I'm going to do that to both sides to balance it. Okay, I get that x is equal to 1 times 23, which is equal to 23. Okay, so this is true. Okay, this statement or claim is true, guys. Okay, and here is looking at solve one-step linear equations involving x over, involving timesing slash timesing slash dividing using inverse operations. Okay, and it's from the White Rose Maths. Okay, the next one. Okay, so true or false, multiply and divide by powers of 10. So this is the claim. So let the left hand side, okay, that's going to equal to 0.28 or 0.28, and the right hand side will also equal to 0.28. Now, they're actually meant to be equal, not greater than. Okay, so again, this statement or this claim is false because 0.28 is not less than 0.28. 0.28 is equal to, i.e., the same as 0.28. Okay, so that statement is false. Okay, guys, so the next one, true or false. So convert fluently between key fractions, decimals, and percentages. A third is bigger than 30%. Well, this is actually true by definition because a third as a percentage is 33.3 reoccurring percent. So 0.33333333, okay, forever. Okay, that's bigger than 30. Okay, so that's obviously visibly bigger, okay, by comparing your place values. Okay, for that. Okay, so that statement is true. Okay, but let's say I didn't know what 1/3 was as a decimal or a percentage. Okay, 1/3 means 1 divided by 3. So I can do a little bus stop method to work out the decimal equivalent. Okay, so 3's into 1 I can't do. I'm going to put decimal point, decimal point. I'm going to put a 0, so carry the 1. 3's into 10 go 3 times with 1 left over. 3's into 10 go 3 times, okay, so it goes on, okay, forever, okay, so 0.3333333333, okay, so on and so forth, okay. Now, a decimal to a percentage, I'm going to times that by 100, okay, so I'm going to be very careful, okay, here. So times it by 100, the decimal point moves 2 places to the right. So the answer would be 33.3 reoccurring. Okay, so 3 with like a little dot on, okay, percent. Okay, so the little dot there means that, yeah, it's just reoccurring action, so it's just repeating. Okay, 33.3333333, okay, etc., etc. Okay, so that's how we show, yeah, 1/3 as a percentage. Okay, so I did the top divided by the bottom to convert it into a decimal, and a decimal to a percentage, I times it by 100. Okay, so make sure, yeah, that you are happy with the key fractions, okay, decimals and percentage equivalents, okay, for your GCSE exam. Okay, so again, okay, it's false there. Oh, sorry, it's true. Sorry, I apologize. Yeah, it's true. Sorry, not false. Okay, and here is the White Rose Maths, okay, scheme of answers, okay, or the answers, okay, to that question. Okay, so the last part, okay, for today's video, okay, our apologies, actually a pretty quite a long video. Okay, so we're looking at some indices here and advanced. Okay, question number 1. Evaluate giving your answer as a simplified fraction, 20 to the minus 1. So the negative indice just means 1 over, okay, it's the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 20 is just 1/20th. Okay, the next one, it will be 1 over 2 squared, which is equal to 1/4, okay, or 1 over 4. For part C, 10 to the minus 3, that'll be 1 over 10 cubed, okay, which is equal to 1 over 1,000, or 1/1000ths, okay. For question number 2, so give your answer in the form 1 over 8 to the b, where a and b are positive integers, okay. So 6 to the minus 4 is just 1 over 6 to the 4, okay, where a is equal to 6 and b is equal to 4. Okay, so note for question 2, yeah, I don't actually have to give a final answer. Okay, it's just writing it in a particular form. Okay, question number 3, give your answer in the form a to the b, where a and b are integers. 1 over 7 to the 6, well, that's equal to 7 to the minus 6. Okay, so the minus index, the minus power, means 1 over. Question number 4, okay, give your answer in the form of a fraction a over b, or a over b to the c, sorry, where a, b, and c are integers. Okay, so I've got 2 times 5 to the minus 2. Well, 5 to the minus 2 just means 1 over 5 squared. So I've got 2 lots of 1/25th. Okay, so the final answer will be 2 over 2/25ths. Okay, but it wants the answer in the form of this. So the answer will be 2 over 5 squared. Okay, where in this case a is equal to 2, b equals 5, and c equals 2. Question number 5, give your answer in the form of a over b to the c, where a, b, and c are integers. So I've got negative 1 times 1 over 5 cubed. So that's going to be negative 1 over 5 cubed, okay? So the final answer, if you're interested, would be minus 1 over 125, okay, if you're interested. But to obviously answer the question, I'm going to leave it in that power form, okay, based on the question. Okay, but the answer to this, if you're interested, is equal to minus 125ths. Okay, question number 6, evaluate 36 to the power of a half. So power of a half is the square root. So the square root of 36 is equal to 6, guys. For part B, 125 actually to the power of a third. So that will be the cube root, okay, or the third root of 125, okay, which is equal to 5. Because 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. For part C, 125 actually to the power of 2/3. Okay, similar to part B, but all I do is just square my answer, okay? So I raise my answer to the power of the numerator. So it'd be 5 squared, which is equal to 25. Okay, for part D, 4 to the power of 3 halves. So I'm going to take the square root of 4 and then cube my answer. Okay, so it's always the root of the denominator, and then whatever answer you get, you raise that to the power of the numerator, okay, of your fraction here. Okay, so 2, you're going to have 2 cubed, which is equal to 8, okay, for that. This is question number 7. Evaluate giving your answer as an integer or a simplified fraction, 100 to the power of minus a half. So that's equal to 1 over 100 to the power of a half. Power of a half just means a square root. So the square root of 100 is equal to 10. So the answer is just 1/10. Okay, because power of a half, remember, means the square root, okay, or the second root, we say. Okay, 8/7 cubed, so that'll be 8 cubed over 7 cubed, so that'll be 512, okay, over 243. Okay, for part C, 10 thirds to the minus 3, so I'm going to flip it first and then cube it. So I'm going to have 3/10 all cubed. Okay, so cube the numerator, cube the denominator, I get 27 hundredths. Sorry, 27 thousandths. Okay, question number 8. Okay, working this out, okay, as a simplified fraction, I'm going to take the cube root of this fraction and then square my answer. The cube root of 27 is 3, the cube root of 1,000 is 10, and then I'm going to raise it to the power of 2. So the answer that I get will be 9 hundredths. Okay, for part B, I'm going to flip it and then do 2/3. Okay, so the negative reciprocal. Okay, sorry, the reciprocal, sorry, because I've got a negative index. I'm going to raise that to the power of 2/3. So I'm going to take the cube root first of this fraction, which will be 2/5. And then I'm going to raise my answer to the power of the numerator. So I'm going to have 2/5 all squared. So the answer to that will be 4/25. Okay, for part B. Okay, question number 9. You can give the following expression in index form. For part A, the square root of 3 is just 3 to the power of a half. For part B, it's the cube root of 6, so it'll be 6 to the power of a third. For part C, it's 3 to the power of 1/5. For part D, it's a bit more tricky and a bit more involved. It's 2 cubed, okay, to the power of a half. And then the answer to that will be 2 to the 3 halves. Okay, I did 3 times a half, okay, using that law of indices, okay, or the index law, sorry. Okay, if you have a power raised to a power, then you multiply the two things together. 3 times a half equals 3 halves. Now this one here actually is a bit harder to actually see. Okay, I think it's the 5th root, I think it says. So it will be 7 to the power of minus a 5th. Okay, that yeah, it's a bit tricky to actually see that one actually. Yeah. So part yeah, I think the root actually is a 5. Okay, if it's a 3, then it should be a minus a third actually. Okay, but whatever the root is, okay, it's 7 to the power of minus a 5th, or if it says 3 there, then it should be minus a third. Okay, but sorry, yeah, that's actually pretty small there on the screen. Question number 10, write 100 as a power of 10. Well, that would just be 10 squared. Okay, show the following here as a power of 2. Well, 4 to the minus 2. Well, 4 is just 2 squared, so I'm going to have 2 squared to the minus 2. Okay, so I'm going to have just 2 to the minus 4 for that. Okay, 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. Okay, that one, okay, I believe it says actually, yeah, 25 actually to the power of, I think it says 3 halves there, but let's just double check that. Okay, so 25, yeah, 25 actually is equal to 5 squared to the power of 3 halves. Okay, that will just simplify to 5 cubed. Okay, because I've got a 3 there on the top. Okay, I think it's a 3 actually. Yeah, I think it is a 3. Okay, for that one. Okay, right, guys, that's the end of today's video here. So sorry, yeah, it's been quite like a long video here, but hopefully you found it useful. Hopefully you found it informative. If you did, please like, please comment, please share, and please subscribe, and I will see you all inside the next video. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye for now. Take care.